This is the Power Platform Daily Brief for Monday, June 3rd, 2019. I'm Joel Lindstrom, and this is what you need to know about the Power Platform today in 10 minutes or less. Last week I was away for most of the week for the Hitachi Solutions Customer Conference in Atlanta, but I'm back and we're ready for a week of podcasts this week. While I was in there, I saw some excitement building for the Microsoft Business Applications Summit. There's actually some signs up already for it. And so we're looking forward to that coming up in about a week. In that regard, MVPs Steve Mordue and Mark Smith will be leading a live stream from the Microsoft Business Applications Summit, where they're going to be interviewing a bunch of Microsoft people and have a bunch of other content for you to see if you're not able to be at the summit, or if you're at the summit and you want to watch the live stream while you're there. You can go to youtube.com/NZ365guy or NZ365guy if you're from where Mark is from. We have some new connectors for Flow and PowerApps. A couple I wanted to call out. First is Way We Do. And for those of you who are not familiar with Way We Do is basically, as they call it, the ultimate workflow assistant. They have tools and features that make it easy for business owners to digitally transform their businesses by smoothly integrating processes and procedures into the daily workflow of the entire team. So they have, for example, checklists that you can use that can work with a number of different services. They work with, they say, over 1,000 different services. So connecting Way We Do to Flow is one way to dramatically increase the number of connectors that you can use. Now, I should mention there is a subscription available, but it starts at $25 a month for the first user and $8 a month per additional user. There is a TrustJewel connector now for Flow and PowerApps. TrustJewel is a service that provides proof of existence and proof of integrity for data. So, for example, if you, for legal reasons, need to prove that something like a document was in existence or that it hadn't been modified since the time that is in question, TrustJewel is a service that you can use for that, and that now integrates with Flow and PowerApps. And LinkedIn has a brand new connector. And with the LinkedIn connector, it's fairly basic. You can share an article, and you can find companies that you manage. So you can share a URL on either a personal or a company page. Could be helpful for automating some of your LinkedIn updates. Maybe when you have an update to your blog, you want to have it automatically post to LinkedIn. That would be one way to do it. Again, I don't think if you're just putting updates on LinkedIn, I don't think it's necessarily going to do everything you want to do. And I think there's reasons why they don't give a broader set of features to that, because they don't want to keep people from using the LinkedIn app or going to LinkedIn. But it's helpful if you are, especially for people managing a company. For example, someone like myself who does podcasts, I may look into having it update the posts on LinkedIn for our podcasts. A new change that administrators of some companies will be happy about, and that is the Mailbox approval process. If you've ever set up server-side sync or work in a company that uses server-side sync, you know that when you have a new person start or a new queue that you set up, you have to approve the mailbox. Basically, click a button inside of Dynamics on the mailbox. And that can only be done currently by Office 365 administrators. Well, they're increasing the number of people who can do that to include Exchange administrators, so that's a good thing. But also they've given us a way now where if you want to make it so mailboxes do not have to be approved, you can also do that. That's something that probably not everybody's going to want to turn on, but I'm thinking of a lot of different deployments where that's a step that people either forget about, or you're not the office administrator, or you don't have access to that person. In those cases, they may want to go ahead and change the setting that we have now so that you can automatically have mailboxes approved and not have to go in and change the setting and approve every mailbox. And then finally, have you checked out the virtual agent preview? The virtual agent is something that we're seeing a lot of examples of people using it on social media. Scott Sewell did one about his Titanic example, and very easy way to build question response types of virtual agents. And the cool thing is, with the connectors that you have via Flow, you can connect it to Azure, you can connect it to a number of different services, and have automated outcomes from the virtual agent. So this opens up a lot of doors and has been a missing piece in customer service without spending a lot of money on development. But this is exciting because now the rest of us can build these virtual bots without having to necessarily do any development and extend them to many other services. So that's the Power Platform Daily Brief for Monday, June 3rd, 2019. I'm Joel Lindstrom. Now you're up to date. Power on.